start now, okay? 네, 안녕하세요. 여러분, 서연마입니다. 자, 오늘은 굉장히 특별한 이벤트로 여러분들한테 이제 엄마표로 계속 외국어를 공부해온 6명의 친구들이 본인의 외국어 방법, 교육 방법, 그리고 본인이 이제 친구들한테 해주고 싶은 말, 그리고 본인이 어떻게 외국어를 공부를 했는지에 대해서 얘기를 하는 그런 시간을 가지려고 해요. 그래서 이제 열심히 응원을 해주시고 나중에 아이들이 궁금해하는 것들도 남겨주시면은 같이 Q&A도 진행을 하도록 할게요. 자, the first that I will going to introduce you, Lucia. Come and sit here. Hello, Lucia.
Hello.
Okay, so now you can take off your mask.
Okay.
Great. So how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Oh, so when did you start learning English?
Maybe 3 or 4 years old.
Whoa, so who made you study English when you were young?
My mom.
Yeah, of course it was your mom, right?
Yeah.
So first, can you introduce yourself to your friends who are watching this show?
Hello, my name is Lucia and I'm 12 years old, and I love drawing something and reading a book and weekend.
You're right. And then like a lot of kids would probably want to know that how many hours you normally spend foreign languages, right? So let's see how many hours you study each day. Ta-da! So how many hours?
Actually, I can't remember how much time I study at the first and 7 to 10, but I studied maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes a day.
Oh, every day that you study 2 hours and 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really amazing. Every day, right?
Every day.
And then, now look at these. Can you tell me about this?
I learned Korean, of course.
Yeah.
And English. Chinese. Japanese and Spanish, but I really can't do Chinese, Japanese, or Spanish.
Oh, so that means you are learning other languages and you are fluent in English, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, so very good. So you're very fluent in English, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that she studied these languages and then now I think she's studying English and Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Very good. And now the next page. And you also watch a lot of videos and animations and books in English, right?
Yeah.
So can you recommend some of the shows that you would really find helpful to learn foreign languages?
At first, in the YouTube, I would like to show you the Bee family because it's fun for kids and it's good to learn English.
Oh, Bee family. So YouTube, if you search Bee family, then you can see this very fun show and you can also learn English, right? And then you also recommended some shows from Netflix too, right? So can you tell us briefly about the show that you put on this screen?
The first is the investigators.
Huh?
Be careful, it's not the investigators, it's
Investigator, right?
and second is the Chronicles of Christmas.
Oh, Chronicles of Christmas, right? It's a
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
And they are both fun, and that the Chronicles of Christmas is just a movie, and that the Investigator is a series. and it's really fun.
Oh, okay. So there's also one book that you recommend to kids, right? What is this book?
It calls When You Trap a Tiger,
Mm?
and it has a Newbery Award.
Oh.
And it's about the Korean story. So you may be really super proud about until reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're right. So When You Trap a Tiger is based on Korean folk tales. So I think all the kids can enjoy reading this book, right? And then your motivation to learn. Oh, wow. Is it your mom?
no, of course.
I thought that this picture is your mom, and I was like, oh, wow, your mom's so pretty. So that you put this picture because you think your mom is your motivation to learn foreign languages?
Yeah.
Ooh, so how? Can you explain briefly why?
I don't actually remember because that time was when I was 3 or 4 years old. But my mom writes diary when I was 3 or 4 years old, so I can read my mom's diary and remember what time that was. Yeah, and so I little bit remember that my mom was motivated to learn me a foreign language.
Wow. So did you hear, guys, that when Eunil was only 3 years old, that her mom started exposing her to foreign languages, and then her mom even wrote the diaries each day, the things that she has done for her. So thanks to her mom, now she can speak English this fluently without going to any countries to learn English. So Lucia, I must ask you, have you gone to any institutions? Are you going any institutions now?
I don't know.
Right now, do you go to any 학원 to learn English?
No.
Oh, so that's like you just watch videos and read books and newspapers and you're just studying yourself, right? Ooh, that's really amazing. That your mom's amazing and so's you. So that there must be the dream that support you, right? Because you're studying this hard. So what's the dream?
My dream is novel illustrator, and I studied that language because I also wanted to draw some pictures at the foreign author's book. Yeah, so I learned that.
Wow.
Language.
That she wants to be a novel illustrator, and that she will also draw illustrations of the books of foreign authors. So it's important for her to learn foreign languages. That motivates her. It is really related to her dream.
Amazing.
And then now, few tips that you want to give to your viewers.
First, you have to smile like this.
Oh, so smile when you speak foreign languages.
Yeah, because all of the listeners didn't get bored. And the second, you have to keep saying some sentences.
And
you should listen DVDs. So you will listen to foreign language speakers' voice, and then know about the foreign languages. If you can't listen DVDs, you can also talk with the foreign languages.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And what about this picture here? Is it inside your mouth?
No.
What's that?
What's that?
This is a vocal cord. In Korean, it calls hongdae.
Oh, so that means you also need to practice and like move your muscles and train your vocal cord, right?
Right.
Why?
Because if vocal cord doesn't train very well, you can maybe have some mistakes when you really speak some languages.
Oh, you're right. So, oh, and the final one here is, what is it?
It's you should make role model because if you make role model, you can speak like your role model, and you'll have almost same conversation if you try.
Yeah.
And then you'll get more good.
Yeah, you will progress more, right?
Wow.
So, can I ask you who your current role model is? Tina teacher. Tina. It's Sunny's mom. It's Tina teacher.
Okay, see you.
Thank you. So, guys, it was Lucia. Clap your hands. Lucia. So, who's next? Oh, then next, I guess, is Sunny, right?
Who you know?
Ooh, Sunny's coming. And I need to put the PowerPoint that the Sunny made. I think it is this one. Ooh. That now I will introduce Sunny, who is also my daughter. Sunny, here. You can sit here. Okay, so Sunny, you can take off your mask when you're on this John because we have this layer here,
Okay.
right? The
Yeah.
transparent wall that separates us. So, Sunny, everyone knows a little bit about you
Of
because
course.
this is my channel.
Yeah, I'm famous.
Okay, so can you briefly talk about yourself? Introduce yourself in English, please.
Okay. So, hello, my name is Sunny, and now I'm 11 years old. And as you can know, I'm very smart,
Ooh.
and I'm also young, and I'm also good at speaking other foreign languages, as you guys know.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Whoa! Yeah.
Yeah, so of course you need to tell us about the time that you devoted into learning foreign languages, right?
Yeah.
So that's the timeline that you made. Wow! Am I looking at the right number?
Yeah.
So, wow! So can you explain what this table means?
Okay, so when I first started,
Yeah?
I think I was like 4 to 5 that times. I would like weekdays, like for example Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I studied 5 hours because I had to go to kindergarten too, and I studied every day on weekends.
Oh, so your mom was free just during the weekend, so
Yeah.
that's the reason that you studied foreign languages 24 hours on weekends, right?
Wow.
Wow.
And then now when you're 7 to 10,
Oh yeah. So when I was 7 to 10, I also studied 5 hours every day. This
Ooh.
time, just 5 hours every day.
wow, that much?
But this time I went to elementary school. It's like 3 hours. I just enjoyed watching something in Netflix or YouTube, and it was really fun. I watched a lot of videos.
Oh, so that means that among 5 hours, 3 hours are for watching some videos and 2 hours for reading books or actual study, right?
Yeah.
And then now,
And now, since I have more things to study,
yeah.
I only spend 2 hours
Oh,
like studying foreign languages.
what other things that you study?
I have to study math, and now like I have to go to many academies like art, piano, violin.
Yeah, so that's the reason that you are devoting 2 hours each day to study foreign languages. Oh, that's cool. And now, wow, look at these flags. Ooh, wow. How many flags I'm looking at now?
1, 2, 3,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, 8.
So, What does this mean?
So this is the language that I've experienced, and I like put it in the order of how fluent I am.
Oh, so that means?
So that means like I'm the most fluent, of course, Korean,
응?
and I also have experienced English, Chinese, Spanish, Japanese, German, Russian, and French.
Ooh, amazing. So can I test you?
Hi, maybe?
Okay, so that I will test you in maybe Japanese.
Okay.
Okay. 日本に行ったことがあるの？
あるよ。
응?
たくさんあるけど、
일본에 가본 적이 있나요? Yeah. Many times.
たくさんあるよ。
응.
ね、この、日本には、
응.
山もたくさんあるし、温泉もたくさんあるよ。だから、お母さんとおばあさんと一緒に行くから、本当にいいよ。
아, 일본에는 온천이 많아가지고, 이제 산도 많고 온천도 많아서 가족들이랑 같이 여행을 하기가 좋다라고 이제 얘기를 했어요, 서연이가. Hay muchos países que hablan español.
Sí.
¿Y qué país que quieres ir?
Primero quiero ir a Perú, porque quiero ver Machu Picchu. Y también quiero ir, por supuesto, a España. Y quiero ir a Madrid.
Oh, ¿por qué Madrid?
Porque pienso que hay muchas como cosas muy bonitas y también puedo hablar español.
Sí. 자, 서연이는 이제 스페인어로 하는 나라 중에서는 페루랑 스페인에 이제 가보고 싶고, 마드리드는 수도인데다가 지금 스페인어도 잘할 수 있으니까 언젠가 꼭 가보고 싶다라고 그렇게 얘기를 했어요. And now, 따란! These are the channels. Guys, this is the channel times that you should write it down and check it out. And you can search the channels that Sunny recommends after the show. Okay, Sunny.
It's important.
So can you recommend?
So first, there's a channel. First, I'm gonna tell you some channels on YouTube. Okay. The first is called Cool School, and there is a woman, and she just like talks about fairy tales and stories. And there's also craft time, so you can also make crafts. It's really, really fun.
So guys, check out Cool Schools for fun craft, okay?
Cool School.
And the next one?
And next one is English fairy tales. And there, as you can see, there's like they talk about the fairy tales. And there's pretty pictures, and it's like an animation, and it's really short, so you can just see anytime you want.
Oh, wow. So English fairy tales for stories. And 这是什么？
这是卡莉。然后呢，这个呢就是一个女孩叫卡莉，她就说明很多游戏啊，然后玩具。
This is a toy channel, guys. Do you know Carry TV? And this is the Chinese version of Carry TV that Sunny used to watch. And then you can hear some informations about the toys. And shows from the Netflix.
Yeah, this is also important. So first one is like 72 types of cute animals. And there's a narrator, and he talks about some cute animals that is in the earth. And it's like documentary that is really easy to understand. So you can just see it anytime you want.
Yeah. And other shows too?
Yeah, and this Brainchild, this is about science. And then like they do a lot of experiments to kids, and they really show you guys the results. And it's really fun. And next is called Project MC. And this also talks about science. And this is 4 girls. They have a team.
Oh, team match.
Yeah, team match. And then they like try to find out something using science and math. So this is also helpful for science and math. And this is Super Monster. And it's basically about Halloween. And at night, those ordinary children become to monsters, zombies, and witches, and then they play in their kindergarten, and it's really fun and it's like adventurous. And now I'm gonna show you some books that's helpful for you guys. Okay, so first one is called Dork Diary, and there is a girl, and this is like some diaries. And like just an ordinary girl writes this diary, and if you read it, then you can know about her life, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
And also since she's a dork.
Yeah, Dork Diaries. And also you loved Treehouse and Harry Potter's and When You Trap a Tiger, right?
Yeah.
And look at your motivations. These are your motivations of studying English, right?
Yeah, and other languages too.
Mm?
So first, of course, is my mom.
Ta-da! That first is mommy, that who is sitting next here. Mommy. And
like my mom read me books long time ago, and she also taught me a lot of languages. So I am really thankful for her and grateful for her. And next is my mind. From long time ago, I always learned a lot of languages. That's why now I think deep inside my mind always tells me that you can't stop learning foreign languages, and this might be your life. So you should just learn foreign languages like how you do now. And number 3 is friends. Because now I study a lot of foreign languages with my friends. And when I stop learning foreign languages, then I can't meet my friends, and I can't learn foreign languages in a fun way. So this is also part of my motivation.
oh, wow. And now your future dream. Da-da-da!
Ta-da-da!
This is Sunny's future dream. What is it?
It is a global YouTuber. And I'll be like a really famous global YouTuber. And
I'll subscribe you too.
and I will use many languages in my channel, and then I will also teach friends in a very fun way, how to learn languages and the benefits of it.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. So
And-
subscribe my channel in the future, okay?
Yeah, of course, we will.
You should.
And then now here are your tips, right?
Yeah, my tips.
So you can explain.
Okay. So let me tell you some tips how to be a perfect foreign language speaker. So number 1, you should listen a lot, okay?
Yeah.
And if you listen a lot, you'll naturally learn new expressions and idioms. Like, for example, if you listen to some, let's say, radio shows, then some people might use idioms and expressions. Then after you search it, then you know the meaning of this, and then you can just use it anytime you want, right? Woo! And number 2, reading books. So reading books is even important in Korean because you can know more things, right? And if you read more books with that language, you get to learn more stories about that country and folktales. And you can also learn about new things in that language. So it's really helpful for both of it. And number 3, talk with native speaker. So since we're not a native speaker, everyone can't be perfect, right? So, if you talk with a native speaker, then they will correct your pronunciation, and they also tell you better expressions to use in that time. So, you can learn more just by talking with native speakers.
Yeah.
Isn't it so good?
Yeah.
And number 4, try to learn more vocabularies. So if you learn more vocabularies, then you can even use them in the essay. And you can, if you use like hard vocabularies in your sentence, the native speakers might think, oh, she's good at English.
Yeah.
So if you try to learn more vocabularies, it'll be helpful, really.
Yeah.
And number 5, I think this is really important, and you should use it in your daily life.
Ooh.
Just let's say that you study 20 minutes of English. Then after studying 20 minutes of English, you just go, Mom, I'm done. And you suddenly use to Korean, and then you say, hey, let's play. And not like that.
Oh.
Even though you want to play, you can find some English Netflix programs in Netflix, and also you can just talk with your mom in English in your daily life. Then it'll be a really good way not to forget the language.
Sunny, there was one question that I received, and here you said that you studied for 24 hours, and the question was, isn't it too hard to study 24 hours a day?
This, of course, is like not like I also have to get my sleeping time off and eating time off. So actually, I think I only learn 12 hours, 9 to 12 hours a day, not 24 hours. How can I just stay awake for 24 hours and how can I just study for 24 hours? That's impossible because I'm a human.
Yeah.
But still, that means I learned a lot that weekend.
Oh, so then that time you were very young, so it's not like studying. It was more like
playing and do more activities with my mom.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you, Sunny.
Bye.
Bye bye. We will meet you again for OX quiz time. Yeah, go go go. And the next one now is Chloe. Hello, Chloe.
Hi.
Oh, are you nervous?
I was nervous before, but now I'm a little bit more confident.
Oh wow, then you look very confident. And then on this zone, then you can take off your mask, okay?
Okay.
Ooh. So that this is your presentation, and now the first question is about you. Who are you? That they want to know who you are.
I'm Chloe, and I'm 12 years old, and I study English and Chinese and Spanish, and also my hobby is drawing and also reading books. So my future dream is also becoming a children's book author.
Wow.
Wow.
Today I'm here to talk about myself and also 5 tips to become good at foreign languages.
Oh, that will be very helpful. But first, that in order for kids to be like you, then they need to know how much time you need to pour into learning foreign languages. So that's the reason that I have this page here. Okay?
So, in the beginning, I was really young, like 3 or 4, and when you're 3 or 4 years old, you really have a lot of time because you're really young. So I almost spent my whole day studying English, and actually I was really young, so the studying English wasn't that hard. So I think that's why I could study a lot when I was very young. And when I was 7 to 10 years old, I almost spent 7 hours studying English because I went to English that kindergartens, and also I spent a few hours doing my English homework or watching some English episodes. So when I was 7 to 10 years old, I almost spent at least 7 hours spent studying English. And now I also have many other things to study, like math or some science. So these days I study almost 3 to 4 hours in English and other foreign languages in one day.
Oh, good. And now let's take a look at the language that you have experienced, right?
I've experienced English I'm very fluent, and Chinese I'm also kind of fluent in Chinese, and I'm learning German and Spanish, but is not that fluent as Chinese and English.
You're right, and she is studying in my Spanish band.
Yeah.
Hola! And she can also speak like Chinese. 你每天学习几个小时的汉语？
我有一个网上的老师一起学习汉语，所以30分我学习汉语。
哦，对了，she says that she has an online tutor and then she studies 30 minutes each day. The Chinese can also speak fluently when she has some daily conversations that she doesn't have any problem at all. That's the reason that she's studying Spanish now with me. That's how I met her. Okay, so can you recommend some fun way to learn English?
So many kids think studying English really hard, so I'll recommend you guys some fun ways to study English and easy ways to study English.
Okay.
First, I'll talk about watching things because watching is fun.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
In Netflix, there are many episodes that I really enjoyed watching. The first one is The Worst Witch, and it's a story about some girl witches who learns in a witch school, and they have many fun adventures. And the story is also really exciting, so I think that you guys will enjoy this episode. And also, it's Brainchild, and there are many science stories, but it comes out in really easy and fun stories, so it'll be also very easy and fun for young kids to watch it. And also, the investigators, like Lucia said before, this is investigators because there are 4 kids who act like investigators in their town, and it says that there are the best investigators, so I think this is the reason why the title is The Investigators.
Yeah.
This episode is also really fun. And there is a documentary called Our Planets, and it shows many of like the Earth's nature, so it's also really fun to watch. And the books, I recommend you some really fun and easy books. The Horrible History and Murder Math, I read this with my friends who are here, and there are many history and math, and there's even science stories that came out really fun and really easy for us. And also, the Magic Tree House has also really fun stories. And Dork Diary, I think this is the book that I enjoyed really a lot. This is a story about one girl, and it's mostly about her school life and her friends and her family. And also, When You Trap a Tiger, this is also really fun. This is about a Korean folktale, and the Korean folktale came out in English, so it was really interesting to read it.
Yeah, and the next one is 3 motivation for studying foreign languages. Wow, you are the oldest here, so I think your answer is the most realistic ones.
So the first motivation is I want to be able to speak really fluently, like really natives. So that's the first motivation and the first reason that I'm studying foreign languages. And the second reason is I wish I have good scores on foreign language tests. Like my teachers and my mom said that when you go to high school and middle schools, the foreign language tests are much harder than the tests in elementary schools. And I wish that I don't get the low scores in those hard tests. So that is the second reason that I'm studying foreign languages. And the third reason is I want to go to a good college and good company, because if you go to a good college, then you can also go to a good company.
Yeah, so exactly. You're right. I told you that since she's the oldest, that she's the one that is the most realistic. Ooh, that you know about the future and you know about Ipsi. And now your future dream.
My future dream is book writer because when I was 3rd grade, I started to really enjoy reading books. So I thought that writing my own stories in a book, and letting readers read my stories will be really fun. So I decided to be a book writer, and I wish that I can also be an author that writes about Korea and lets foreign people enjoy these stories, like the author of When You Trap a Tiger.
You're right. Yeah, you can be like one. And now,
I'll tell you about the 5 tips to become a fluent foreign language speaker.
yeah. Ooh.
So the first tip is to never use translators, because of course you can search up words that you don't know, or like translate sentences that is really impossible for you to understand. But even though you can try to understand or try to speak it up by yourself, and you're just using translator, then it won't develop your English skills at all.
Yeah.
So I recommend you to, if you want to become good at English and other languages, then I recommend you to don't use translators that
I
much.
always use
Yeah.
translators.
And the next one is
Is to read a lot of foreign books, because if you read books, your reading skills and writing skills will develop a lot, and also your vocabulary skills will also develop, because there are many good words that those authors used in their books.
you're
so you
right.
can learn those words.
And the third tip is
The third tip is to use the foreign languages in daily life, because if you just study them in book, and when you're done, you won't use any language after that. So if you use it a lot of times, then you will be good at it, and also you're using in your daily life. So you will more talk like natives, and your speaking will be also better.
yeah, great. And now listen to many English cities.
Yeah, like if you listen to English CDs, then your listening skills and speaking skills will also develop. And I will tell you one of my experiences. When I was really young, I quitted one of my academy that I went, and I just spent months just listening to CDs and reading some English books. And after those months just spent by listening to CDs, I took a test to another academy, and I got in. So I'm still going that academy now.
Ooh, so that means that even sometimes that listening to many English cities are more effective than going to academy and just getting tested all day, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. And the next one is, oh, this is a very important tip, right?
The last tip is to never give up. Like, if you are really having a hard time in English, you should never give up, because if you just give up that time, all the time you use to study English and to be good at it are just a waste of time. And also, if you go up to the peak and reach the peak, then the rest of the time will be so easy. So it won't be hard like before to study English. So I think you should never give up studying English.
Yeah, the one that you said right now, that I agree, that once you reach the peak, then it will be easy, right?
Yeah.
It will be a lot easier to learn foreign languages. Like, I have the same experience because I also have learned a lot of languages, right? And when I first started it, then I had to memorize all the vocabularies, and it was really hard. But once I got used to it, the things that I do to keep up with my language level is just to listen, and watch some dramas or some TV shows. And I think it is better, right?
Yeah.
So do not give up, because if you give up, then you need to start from the beginning again. Then it's always hard,
Yeah.
right? So you need to go up to the peak. Okay, so look at this picture. Important that you need to go up and see the whole surrounding, and then once you reach the peak, then everything will be easy. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, clap your hands loudly to Chloe. Oh, the question here is that since you are really good at English, that are you a native speaker?
Huh? No.
Then let me check if she can speak Korean, okay? 다겸아, 너 한국어 해 못해?
할 수 알아요.
그럼 너 한국 초등학교가 아니면 외국 초등학교가?
한국 초등학교 다녀요.
너 진짜로 미국에서 산 적 한 번도 없어?
네, 외국 간 적도 없어요.
얘는 비행기도 못 타본 애예요. 동생이 너무 어려서 비행기도 아직 못 타보고 외국에 나가본 적도 없어요. 여행으로도 못 나가본 애예요. 불쌍 다겸이. Okay, so thank you so much. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Chloe. And the next that we have, who's next? Okay, Dorothy sitcom.
In the Wonderland.
Hey, Dorothy in the Wonderland. Okay, so we have Dorothy here. And Dorothy can also speak a lot of languages, so you'll be surprised.
Wow.
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 She's also homeschooled.
Yeah.
And then she can speak so many languages, I think as much as Sunny. So you'll be very pleased to meet her, okay? Hello, Dorothy.
Hi.
Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Dorothy and I'm 12 years old. And
You can take off your mask
Okay.
just in this zone, okay?
during my free time, I like reading books, especially fantasy books like Harry Potter. And my friends call me AI because I've never undone my homework.
Yeah?
And I also like watching Netflix movies.
Yeah, so I've known her since she was 7 and I've never seen her getting behind her schedule. So that's the reason that I nicknamed her AI. And just like an AI robot that she always finishes every task that she has to do. There is not even one single day that I have seen her behind the schedule. Really, that she has also signed up for so many of my online studies. But she never got anything behind the schedule. So, wow for you. AI. Okay, you also need to remember her as in this nickname, AI. Okay, so this is the amount, and then she's like a study AI robot, so she studies the most among us. So can you tell us how much time you study a day?
So I started learning English when I was 3. And during that time, I learned English all the time when I was awake. And when I was 7 to 10, because I needed to go to school and some academies like violin and piano, I only studied 6 to 7 hours.
Only studied 6 to 7 hours.
I studied 6 to 7 hours, and now, because I'm more into math, I study 4 to 5 hours.
Ooh. Only study 4 to 5 hours.
Let's say only.
Yeah, so only is the point.
Wow.
Wow. And now these are the languages you have experienced.
So I can speak Korean,
Of course.
Chinese, and English. I can also speak Spanish and Japanese. I once learned Russian, but because I'm too busy, I'm now resting.
Oh, good. And then 我就听说你的汉语比你的英语好，是对吗？
对。
哦，有的人就告诉我，你只是12岁的孩子，但是已经得了 HSK 5级，这是对的吗？
就是。
哦，那么你喜欢学习中文还是学习英语？
两个都喜欢，可是我喜欢中文，因为我觉得中文更有趣。
哦，真的？你去过中国吗？
我去过2次。
哦，哪个城市？
西安和青岛。
你更喜欢哪一个城市呢？
我喜欢西安，因为我喜欢看兵马俑。
对了. 자, 지금 하율이가 얘기한 거는 하율이는 사실 영어보다 중국어를 더 잘할 수도 있을 정도로 중국어를 네이티브처럼 하는 친구인데요. 이제 HSK 5급을 땄고요. 그리고 중국에도 갔다 왔는데 중국에 이제 시안에도 갔다 왔어요. 그래서 시안에서 병마용이나 이런 역사를 공부하는 것도 굉장히 재밌었다고 얘기를 했어요. Hay muchos países que hablan español. ¿Qué país que quieres ir?
Yo quiero ir a Perú porque tengo una maestra que vive en Perú y yo también le gusta ir a España porque le gusta hablar con una española.
자, 지금 하율이는 이제 스페인에서는 페루 선생님하고 같이 화상을 하고 있어서 페루도 가보고 싶고 스페인 사람들하고도 얘기를 해보고 싶어서 스페인도 가고 싶다라고 얘기했어요. ¿Qué es lo que más difícil de estudiar español?
Acento es más difícil.
¿Por qué?
Porque tengo un acento que los personas hablar y esto es muy difícil para yo.
시. 하유리는 이제 스페인어 중에서는 악센트를 제대로 이제 에스파뇰라처럼 하는 거 그게 조금 어렵다라고 얘기를 했어요. But she can speak all the languages very fluently. And now that these are the shows that you want to recommend, right?
Yeah. So the first show is Emily's Science Class. This is on Netflix, so you can see it on Netflix. And this is about Emily teaching some kids about science, so you can both learn English and science. And the second one is Hotel Pennsylvania. The story is about a vampire getting in love with a normal person, and they got married, and they have a child, and they go traveling together. And the next one is a book, which is Harry Potter. It's very famous, so most of you guys might know. This is about Harry with his Hogwarts friends discovering some new things using magics. The next thing is Matilda. So Matilda is a little girl who has a special power, and his parents is really mean to her, so she decided to punish them. And the next one is Sing. You can also see this on Netflix. And Sing is about some animals like pigs or koalas attending to a singing competition.
Yeah, exactly. And now, 3 motivations.
So the reason that I started learning foreign languages, number one, because of my future dream. My future dream is to become a diplomat. So I think learning many languages would be very useful. And second, my mom recommended to me of studying many languages. But interesting, my mom can't speak none of those languages. And the third reason, as I started to learn English and Chinese, I wanted to speak with a native teacher, so I started learning more languages.
Oh, amazing. That really, guys, that I can guarantee you that Dorothy's mommy can't speak none of these languages. But she understands Chinese a little bit. When I speak in Chinese, that she understands a little bit, but I've never seen her speaking in foreign languages. 하율이 엄마는 중국어는 조금 공부를 하고 영어도 같이 공부를 했었는데 기초는 조금 아는 것 같은데 들을 때는 뭐 끄덕끄덕 눈치껏 하긴 하는데 한 번도 외국어로 말하는 걸 제가 본 적이 없어요. And your future dream?
My future dream is to become a diplomat. The reason that I have this dream is because when I was 8 years old, I saw a diplomat on news, and I thought it was very cool, so I decided to have a dream called diplomat.
Oh, so that learning foreign language is so important to you, right? It's
Yeah.
directly connected to your future dream,
Yeah.
right? So I hope that one day you can be a diplomat and then I can visit the countries that you are, and then I can say that I am a teacher of a diplomat. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
And then one day you might be like Bang Ki-moon, who can be a leader of the UN, and then you can be the one,
Yeah, you can, Dorothy. You can be
a global leader.
a global woman leader. You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Okay, and then here are 5 tips.
So the first tip is to speak a lot, because if you speak a lot, then you can improve your speaking skills. And the second tip is to watch videos in the language that you want to learn. I think the reason that I became so fluent in English and Chinese and other languages because I watched many movies and videos in the language that I want to learn. And then the third reason is that you need to learn with your friend, because if you learn with your friend, then it's more fun, and because you learn with your friend, it won't be easy for you to give up. Yeah. And number 4 is to listen a lot. If you listen a lot, then you will eventually learn many vocabularies, so that will improve your English skills. And number 5, you should use it in daily life, because if you only use English when you're only in academies or doing some classes, then it won't improve a lot.
Yeah, so there is one fun question that I got here. And did you name yourself after Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa!
I even.
Dorothy, then where is Toto?
You
Is
banished Toto.
Wow! Whoa! Why? What happened to Toto? And then where do you live now? Your house is blown away.
Where do you live now? Do you live in a shelter? No.
Oh, maybe Toto was also sent to animal shelter.
Oh!
This is the first time that I learned that Dorothy was from the Wizard of Oz. Ooh. So guys, this was Dorothy. And now, who do we have next?
Niall.
Niall. Sit down here, Niall. Ooh. Hello. She looks so young, right? Because she's the youngest.
What?
Yeah.
Stay.
So international age that you are?
I'm 9.
Yeah, she's only 9 years old. If you think of it in an international age. So she's the youngest among us. Ooh. So can you introduce yourself?
I've made a poem. And
Take off your mask. Huh?
N is neat looking. And A is awesome. E is for a elementary student, and L is for likes reading.
Yeah, you're right. So Nai really loves reading books. So unlike other friends who really love to watch foreign languages videos, that Naya mostly studied with books. So whoever likes to read books, you can learn a lot from her, I think, right? And then here's the time that you have spent learning foreign languages, right?
Yes.
Mm?
And I started English at age 6, and I learned English 6 hours at the weekend, and we practice it every day. And at age 7 to 10, I studied language 5 hours a day. We became busy because we also did other activities. And interestingly, I studied Chinese more than English.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is one thing that is interesting because Naya speaks English so well, but she speaks Chinese better.
Wow.
And then,
Wow!
yeah, she also passed HSK 5. Then I think that in Korea that she can be the youngest to pass HSK 6.
She's the future!
Yeah, she's the future of Chinese language in Korea. That I think if she can pass HSK 6 this year or the early of next year, then she will be the youngest in Korea to get HSK 6.
Oh, my friend!
Yeah. 나일이는 지금 이제 한국 나이로는 11살이지만 생일이 이제 11월이라서 이제 인터내셔널 나이로는 9살이에요. 근데도 이제 HSK 5급도 통과를 했고 본인이 굉장히 셀프 모티베이션을 가지고 열심히 공부하는 친구예요. 쓰담쓰담. And now these are the languages that you have experienced, right?
Yeah. And first, of course, I live in Korea, so I learned Korean, and I also learned Spanish, but I'm resting because I have lots of things to do. And I also study English and Chinese.
You're right. So, 这4个语言中你最喜欢的语言是什么？
是韩语吧。对，我最喜欢的语言就是韩语。
韩语是当然，因为你是韩国人。除了韩语以外呢？
是汉语。
汉语对吧？
对。
那么 你最喜欢读的中文书是什么？
我最喜欢读的中文书就是原来这是韩国的，但是就是有中国那个汉语版的那个时间商店，然后呢那个故事里就是有一个女孩，然后她就是买了时间，然后呢就是她的那个生活的那个故事。
对了,
와.
여러분들도 시간 상점이라는 한국어 버전의 이제 청소년 소설을 사실 수 있는데 그거가 이제 중국 번역판으로 时间商店이란 책이 있는데 그거를 이제 나엘이가 최근에 이제 읽었고 但是这没有拼音的对吧?
네.
병음도 하나도 없는 빽빽한 책인데 그냥 혼자서 중국어를 읽고 다 이해하고 그 정도로 중국어를 잘하죠. 쓰담쓰담.
와우. 好厉害!
And these are the books that you recommend, right?
Yes. The first one is When You Trap a Tiger. When You Trap a Tiger is a book that I read with my friends. And then second is Harry Potter. And Harry Potter will know Harry Potter, and this is also popular, so I want you guys to read Harry Potter. And next is Magic Tree House. And I read this book 1 year ago, maybe. And then this book is also interesting.
You're right.
Yeah.
And now 3 motivations.
Wow. First I study with my friends and it is fun, so I study my language. And then second is my teacher and mom teaches me, so I'm still do it. And third, lastly, when I stop learning a language, I can't meet my friends, and it's also my mind, so I want to learn a language.
Oh, wow. And then you can also travel all around the world, right?
Yes.
And then what is your future dream?
My future dream is teacher who teaches languages.
Now you can do it!
You can do it!
And it's also related to languages, so I think that we first need to learn a language and then we can be a teacher.
Wow. So then your role model should be the one who can speak many languages and who are very kind and who are very pretty and who are very kind to all the kids, right? So that Naya wants to be like me, the teacher who teaches languages, even though the Naya says, yes. Okay, so can you tell your friends some tips?
First,
listen carefully, guys.
we can read some books, and reading books is not their homework, so I wish you guys to read a book. And second is let's listen to the CD. When you listen to CD every day, then your test score will be also high, and then it will be also good for you.
Yeah.
And third, you can learn language every day, and you can ask questions to teachers, and you can also use languages with friends.
You're right. And important thing is that Niall, not like other friends, she doesn't like to watch any videos or movies, but she loves reading books. So her vocabulary level is really high because she loves to read many books. Ooh. Good. Bye, Niall. And there's a question. Okay. So there was one person who says that you look like Hermione from the Harry Potter movie. What do you think of it?
I think
If she just does curly hair, she'll look like it.
Yeah.
You're really pretty.
Yeah.
Right, you're really pretty.
Do you think you look like them?
not that kind.
Oh, what?
Okay. But I think that you look like the Hermione from the Harry Potter movie.
You're pretty.
Okay. So now let's hear from our final speakers. Thank you, Nael. So, Grace, now it's your turn.
The final!
So that I need to tell you one thing that here that Grace, she really loves math and science. And she's really talented in math and science, and then she studied in depth in science. That she wants to be a quantum physicist in the future, and then I think it is really likely. 네, 양자역학을 좋아하는 정말 저희 지금 모여있는 친구 중에서 가장 이과 성향인 아이예요. 그래서 사실 굉장히 이과 성향인 아이들은 외국어를 배우는 게 이렇게 막 엄청 쉽지 않았을 텐데도 근데도 굉장히 이제 즐겨서 외국어를 이제 배우는 그런 친구예요. 근데 원래 메인 본인의 인터레스트는 사이언스에서. There was one time that I asked her about the biomimicry, and then she wrote 57 examples of biomimicry. 제가 한번 이제 친구에게 생태 모방에 대해서 물어본 적이 있는데 그때 57개의 생태 모방의 예를 적어갖고 왔어요. 그리고 궁금한 게 있으면은 진짜 끝까지 파고드는 그런 성향이고 정말 과학을 좋아하고 과학 수학적으로 무언가를 할 것 같은 친구예요. 쓰담쓰담. Okay, so Grace, can you introduce yourself?
So I like science, and I like science usually autumns, and I am creative. I don't know why I'm creative, but my friends call me creative.
You are.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
really
are.
Mm.
And I'm funny. I just like to make
You're
it
funny.
funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so you are just funny, girl. And now that these are your schedules of studying, right?
So in the start, I studied foreign languages by English kindergarten and online class. Also watching from videos in foreign languages. So it took a total 7 hours a day to learn foreign languages. And when I was 7 to 10 years old, that I learned foreign languages in English academies and watching from videos in foreign languages. So it took total 4 hours, 30 minutes each day to learn a foreign language. And now, because I have another steps to learn, so the time was little less, so now I study with academies and online class, so it took total 3 hours and 30 minutes each day to learn foreign languages.
Yeah. So she went to English kindergarten when she was 7, right? And before she went to kindergarten, that she studied online classes with me. And then after that she goes to the academy to learn English, but you also do the online classes together, right? And like reading newspaper or like practicing the speaking through movies. 자, 그래서 뭐 그 학원하고 온라인을 같이 병행하고 있는 친구예요.
Wow.
Wow. And then these are the languages that you have experienced, right?
Yeah.
Do not make typo. Okay, so we know anyway.
So I experienced 3 languages, which is very embarrassing because I am the most less.
It's okay.
It's okay because you are fluent in each language, right?
So you're also good at science.
Yeah.
I experienced Korean, English, and Chinese.
Okay, so the next thing is these are the books that you like to read.
So I would like to recommend you the Magic School Bus. This is an English book, and it also has some videos on YouTube. So, but This is a story about Miss Frizzle and
I know this.
the school's children taking the magic school bus to learn more about science. So I really recommend you this if you want to learn more about science and foreign languages. And also, in videos, I want to recommend you the Maleficent.
Maleficent.
This is the behind story in the Sleeping Beauty, the witch, why she had made a curse on the Sleeping Beauty. This could be a little scary, so if you don't like scary videos, then I will say you to that be careful. And also, I recommend you the Story Tree House because it is really fun, and it's about Andy and his friend living in a tree house that has many stories and living there and making a book.
Oh, that's why you're creative.
Yeah, because
Right?
you read that kind of book.
What is your name?
My name is Grace.
You're right. Yeah, Grace Kim. Her name's Grace Kim. Okay, and now that here are 3 reasons why you study foreign languages, right?
Yeah. So first is communication. And when I travel to another countries, I want to make foreign friends and talk to them and make the traveling more easier because they know a lot about that place. So also, my friends all know a lot about foreign languages, and I want it to be exactly like that. So I envy Chloe, Niall, Sunny, Dorsey, and Lisa. Speaks really well. And also, she's that I learned that learning foreign languages could be also fun because understanding each word's meanings and just understanding the words is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your future dream! Woo!
So, my future dream is quantum physicist, and
Wow.
this is a scientist that when they studies about 양자역학.
You're right.
And I learn foreign languages because if I need to write a novel, I need to explain it in foreign languages in that area's people.
You're right. And then also that you need to think that all the good schools to teach this kind of quantum physics not in Korea. That you need to go abroad. You need to study abroad. Like
You
going
can't
to
study this in Korea.
or MIT, that you need to go to America to study quantum physics. So that's the reason I think learning English is very important to you, right?
Okay.
Right? In Korea, that you can, of course you can learn, but if you want to learn the top tier, then you need to go abroad, okay?
Okay.
And the next thing is that 5 tips that you can give, okay?
So the first one is always pronounce the word the right way. So if you pronounce the word the wrong way, your body remembers it and makes you repeat the wrong pronunciation of the word again.
Yeah.
So even though it takes a long time, I recommend you to pronounce the word the right way. And also the second one is never think that you just need to get it over with. So this means that never think that just make a lot of amount done in a short time. Even though it takes a long time, carefully and cautiously look at each words and study. And the third, speak and hear. Speaking and hear could really make you improve your foreign languages because if you speak and hear, your body will remember and also make you improve your language.
Wow.
force is while studying foreign languages, only focus on it. If you like memorize one word and play, memorize one word and dance, then you would probably not understand each words and just go on wasting time. And 5, always enjoy your steps of learning a foreign language.
Yeah. This is important.
If you don't enjoy your steps of learning a language, then you in the middle you might give up.
Yeah.
Then what you studied that time will go into waste.
Yeah, and I really love your idea of this. Never think that you just need to get it over with. That people just think that English is just the subject they need to study, then they want to reach the goal and then fast just get it over with. But she thinks that you need to learn all the time. That this is amazing idea that we should all remember.
Yeah.
Never think that you just need to get it over with, okay?
Okay.
Remember, this is important that you need to study all
Good
your
is
life.
never good.
Yeah, good is never good because we can be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always there's a chance that we can be better.
Yeah, so good is never enough, okay? So we need to be the best, okay? 자, 지금까지 이제 저희 6인 6색의 친구들의 이야기를 들어봤어요. 여러분 어떠셨나요? 친구들이 직접 PPT도 만들고 준비를 했는데 정말 오랫동안 떨고 준비를 했거든요. 제가 보기에는 굉장히 잘한 것 같은데 여러분들은 어떻게 생각하시나요? 되게 잘했죠? 그쵸? 열심히 준비를 했거든요. You guys come and sit on the sofa while wearing mask, okay? 자, 그리고 이제 오늘 같이 했던 친구들하고 간단한, 여기 지금 들어와준 친구들하고 간단한 게임을 하려고 하는데, 근데 그 게임이 이제 OX 퀴즈거든요. 그래서 외국어를 정말 잘하는 친구들하고 내가 영어를 공부하거나 내가 갖고 있는 생각이 얼마나 비슷한지 다른지 그거를 한번 알아보기 위한 퀴즈 쇼를 준비를 했어요. 친구들도 O나 X로 이제 표시를 해주시면 되고요. 정말 외국어를 잘하는 사람들이 가지고 있는 공통의 습관이라는 게 있을까를 알아보기 위한 퀴즈 쇼고요. 그리고 재미있는 이제 대답을 하는 친구들이 있으면은 어떤 인터뷰를 한번 해보도록 할게요. 무슨 생각으로 그런 대답을 했는지. So that this is the first one. When I say 1, 2, 3, then you can show us O or X, okay? So the first one is, I watch movies or animations with Korean subtitle. Here it says, I watch movies or animations with Korean subtitle. 나는 한국어 자막을 켜고 영화나 애니메이션을 본다. 과연 외국어를 잘하는 친구들은 어떻게 하고 있을까요? 같이 한번 보도록 할까요? 1, 2, 3. 오, 친구들 모두 지금 X 표시를 해줬어요. 네, guys, do you watch movies or animations with Korean subtitles?
No.
Oh, they don't watch movies with Korean subtitle. So when you watch English movie, then do you just watch it with English subtitles or non-subtitle at all?
I watch your English subtitle.
Hmm?
And sometimes
I
use
don't
no
watch it.
subtitles.
Oh, so 자, 친구들, 그쵸? 아, 한국어 자막을 켜고 영화를 보면은 집중이 잘 안 되는구나. 그러니까 우리 한국어 자막 같은 거는 사용하지 않고 영어 애니메이션을 보기로 해요. 자, and the next one. 자, 한번 볼까요? That here it says that I read newspaper every day. 나는 매일 신문을 읽는다. 많은 세상의 지식을 아는 게 중요하잖아요. 그래서 I read newspaper every day. That I read it in Korean, of course, and also even other foreign languages that I speak. That I read newspaper every day. 자, 영어를 잘하고 외국어를 잘하는 친구들은 어떤 습관 가지고 있을까요? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there are 2 friends who said X, and then I have 4 friends who said yes, right? So that where is it? Grace. Then how many times a week do you read newspaper?
I
Hmm?
in a week I
Yeah.
read like 2 to 4 times.
Oh, 2 to 4 times. Guys, don't get it wrong that she says that she doesn't read it every day. So that's the reason that she says X, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't read the newspaper. She reads newspaper but 2 to 4 times a week. 일주일에 2번에서 4번 정도 읽는데요. How about Lucia?
Maybe 2 or 3 times.
Lucia also reads newspaper but 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, don't get it wrong. Don't think that they don't read the newspaper at all. Reading newspaper is very important, okay? And now let's look at the next one. 자, 이제 다음 거를 보도록 할게요. So here it says, there is not even a single day I spent without getting myself exposed in foreign languages. 나는 어떤 형태라도 좋은데 뭐 잠깐 얘기를 한다든지 아니면은 외국어로 영상을 본다든지 어떤 형태라도 좋은데 하루도 외국어를 한 번도 노출을 하지 않고 보낸 적은 없다. That means I got myself exposed to foreign languages every day, okay? So let's see. 영어를 잘하고 외국어를 잘하는 사람들 어떤 습관을 가지고 있는지 한번 보도록 할게요. 1, 2, 3. Oh, then we are all, right?
Yeah.
So what if you're terribly busy? Then you're really, really busy. Then what do you do?
Then like sometimes when I go to other places,
응?
for example, if I take a subway or a bus,
응?
then even inside then I watch foreign language videos.
서연이는 이동을 할 때라도 잠깐 foreign language 비디오를 꼭 본대요. 또 다른 친구, if you're terribly busy, okay? Tell me.
I just
응? 응?
like talk by myself,
응?
like just mumble
응?
with foreign languages.
지금 이것도 좋은 방법인데 그레이스 같은 경우는 시간이 너무 없을 때는 혼잣말이라도 영어로 하면서 이렇게 중얼중얼 이렇게 영어를 기억하려고 한대요. What other opinion when you're terribly busy? No time. Okay, 나연? 응?
I just like use like some languages
응?
with my like sister.
동생이랑 같이 외국어를 조금 교환을 해서 얘기를 한대요. Good idea, right? You need a language partner. Lucia, what is it?
I just talk with the mirror. Then I think that the mirror is a person.
And she talks to the mirror. Then she looks herself in the mirror and then talks to the mirror. That kind of looks scary. 안녕? Hello? But the important thing that you need to remember is they always try to speak and think in foreign languages. That's the tip that they are so good at foreign languages, right? 오, 멋있죠요, 여러분? 시간이 없으면 거울에다라고도 얘기를 한대잖아요. And the next one. I have cried once or more time because I didn't want to learn foreign languages. 자, 외국어 공부가 막 해야 되는데 하기가 싫어서 울어본 적이 있다. Then, what is your opinion on this? You can be honest, okay?
Okay.
Really?
1, 2, 3. One person says yes. Lucia, have you cried because you didn't want to study foreign languages?
Yeah, maybe 7 or 8.
응?
Yeah.
But that time, that was when you were not good, right? But right now, what do you think?
I maybe kind of a little annoyed when the question is hard.
응?
But I'm never cry because I didn't want to learn Korean.
자, 어렵고 가끔 문제가 어렵고 그러면 좀 화가 나고 내가 왜 이렇게 안 되지? 이런 걸로 이제 울기는 해도 이제 하기 싫다라는 생각은 안 든대요. Then that's an interesting question. That have you ever cried because that you really want to learn foreign language but it is hard and it doesn't come out in your mouth as fast as you want?
I
And
was annoyed, but I never cried.
oh, you got annoyed but never
Yeah,
cried.
me too.
Mm.
I was like,
But never cried.
yeah.
Ooh, amazing. And the next one is, 짜잔! I think we need to memorize basic dialogues to be fluent in foreign languages. This is what I think, that we need to listen and repeat, and finally that we need to remember some basic dialogues to be fast learner in foreign languages. So I always say to you guys that we should watch movies and we should watch some animations, or even when we read newspapers, just pick one piece and try to memorize. And let's say, and if they all have this as their habit, okay? 자, 어떻게 친구들은 습관을 가지고 있는지 한번 보도록 할게요. 나는 외국어를 잘하기 위해서는 기본 대화는 외워야 한다고 생각한다. 친구도 솔직하게 얘기하는 거야. No peer pressure, no teacher pressure, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Ooh, that everyone thinks that we need to memorize a little, then I must ask, okay? Chloe, what things have you memorized in English?
Me?
Uh,
I've memorized some newspaper articles,
Uh-huh.
and also when in my English academy I had some other contests, so
Uh-huh.
I had to memorize some speeches,
Uh-huh.
and I always took a test, so I also memorized some few vocabulary words.
yeah. And Dorothy, I know that you also have memorized a lot. What are the things that you have memorized?
I also memorized some newspaper
Mm.
and some scripts or some quotes that I would like.
Do you still remember the sea land, like sweet land, living land, and like the Eyes of Fable that you have to memorize in English and Chinese?
A little bit,
But
not all.
not all, but you studied the Eyes of Fables in Chinese, right? That also you in English, right? Lucia, that do you remember the one time that you had to memorize the whole story of Eyes of Fable in English?
No.
There was even the one that you submitted for the contest and that you got bronze medal. The crow, about the crow. Ooh, the wise crow. They did it when they were so young, so now they don't even remember.
I know, like, 私はシーランドの王です.
그런 친구들 막 영어 외국어로 많은 프로그램들을 외웠는데 굉장히 어렸을 때부터 했거든요. 그래서 어떤 친구들은 제가 영상도 가지고 있거든요. 루시아가 이소부와 영어를 이제 크로우 그 까마귀의 지혜 그걸 외워가지고 연기까지 해가지고 막 동상도 받고 그랬는데 I remember a little. 너무 어렸을 때예요. 근데 어렸을 때 많이 외워놓은 기본기가 있으니까 아마 지금은 그냥 듣기만 해도 이제 유지가 되는 것 같아요. And the next thing is when I meet foreigners, they don't even think I'm Korean. So, cause I'm so good. Look at me. That I speak foreign languages so fluently that if I encounter any foreigners, they don't even think I'm Korean. Okay? 자, 한번 보도록 할게요. 하나, 둘, 셋. 오! 친구들 자신감을 더 가져야 되겠어. 선생님이 제가 생각하기에는 친구들 외국에 나가면은 아마 잘 모를 것 같아요. 我有一个经验我们去西安的时候中国人就不知道我们是韩国人 저희가 시안에 간 적이 있었는데 거기에 중국 분들이 얘네들이 한국 애들인지 몰라가지고 우리를 택시에다가 막 8명을 몰아태우고 막 그래가지고 길을 잃을 뻔한 적이 있었거든요. 然后呢在这个大地里我就对司机说我们都是韩国人然后呢他就是非常吃惊的对吧我们这个时候呢非常害怕的对吧 진짜로 중국 분이 저희가 한국 사람인지 모르고 막 법을 어기면서 에이 还可以有点紧可以啊 이러면서 우리 막 8명을 한 택시에다가 밀어 넣어가지고 진짜 막 고생한 적이 있거든. 그러니까 진짜 중국에 갔을 때는 한국 애들인지 몰랐을 때도 느꼈고 아마 제가 생각하기에는 클로이 같은 경우는 저희 아까 프레젠테이션 할 때도 막 원어민 아니에요? 뭐 이렇게 막 사람들이 많이 물어봐 줬으니까 Do you agree? 응? Do you think you can speak English like a native speaker?
Not really.
아, 네, 자신감을 가지라고 그랬잖아, 선생님이. yes 해야지, 이럴 때는. 잘하는 것 같은데, 자신감을 가져야 된다고 그랬잖아. Right? And, oh, this is an important question. I like reading books in foreign languages, okay? You need to be honest, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Lucia, that you said X, right? Can you tell me the reason why?
Because I have like a little bit trauma because there has when I was at the English Academy, there has some homework about reading books. So yeah, that's about something like trauma. So I really doesn't like reading books.
So that's the reason that sometimes when you go to academies that forces you to do something that you can always lose the interest of learning language itself, right?
Yeah.
But Lucia, now you don't go to any academy, but you're just having a book club with friends. Then do you like reading books better than before?
I don't know actually.
But please for the show, I'm just kidding. 여러분 근데 이제 5명의 친구들은 그럼 어떤 책을 좋아하는지 한번 보도록 할게요. 자, who wants to tell me what language especially that you read most of your book? Sunny?
English.
Yeah.
Of
And
course, English.
any other? Naya?
English.
English? And Dorothy?
Korean.
Korean, yeah. Okay, Grace?
English. Yeah, English.
English. Mostly that I think they read books in both Korean and English, right?
Yep.
And also maybe some books in Spanish too, right?
Yeah.
And the next one, the question is, you can be honest, okay? That I'm not gonna tell your mom. It's secret, okay?
Oh, really?
Okay, I'm not gonna tell your mom, okay? So you can be honest. Sometimes, yeah, but I don't scold her for answering something wrong in the show. So, sometimes it is my mom who forces me to study. 어쩔 때는 엄마가 시켜서 억지로 공부하기도 한다. That I'm not gonna tell your mom, okay? Remember that it's just a secret between us. That 1, 2, 3. Oh, one person.
Oh, Chloe.
Chloe. Where's Chloe? Yeah, Chloe, you said
My
no.
mom doesn't really force me. She just, when I forget to do my homework, she just reminds me and I do it.
Oh,
I
but
also did X
yeah, Dorothy, can you tell me?
because I like study.
Yeah, that Dorothy, I told you
AI.
that AI robot, right? So you cannot expect the humanic answer from her. All the answer that comes out from
AI.
her mouth is like a textbook that I love studying, so my mom doesn't need to force me to study.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm scared because my mom is watching this video.
Oh, it's okay because I am the leader of moms and I also force Sunny to study sometime, and there are even many times that I made her cry because I forced her too hard.
Yeah.
Wow. And sometimes it is yes, but is it the main reason you study?
Now,
Then what's the main reason that you study?
the main reason I study,
응?
the main reason I study is that first is for my future,
응?
and I think now since I should communicate with a lot of foreign language speaking people,
응?
so I should learn how to speak some of the foreign languages,
응?
and especially English.
You're right. So now that we are all studying for our future, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We are determined to study for the future. And now the next is that I think learning foreign languages will help me to achieve my dream in the future. That learning foreign languages will help me to achieve my dream in the future, okay? So let's hear their opinion. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Woo! The language can help you learn and achieve your dream in the future, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, any specific reason? Who wants to tell me how it will help you to achieve your dream? Okay, Sunny.
Okay. So I think it's important to learn foreign languages because, for example, if you become a really famous person, then we should go like tour to a lot of places, and like a lot of people from other countries will come and ask us questions. So in order to like communicate and answer them, I think I should know like really basic kind of foreign languages.
You're right. 서연님 벌써 유명해져서 해외 투어를 할 생각을 하고 있어요. 근데 밴드라고 이제 외국어로 소통을 해야 돼서 필요한 거죠. 그쵸? 하율이는 아까 얘기했듯이 디플로맷이니까 당연히 할 수밖에 없는 상황이고요. 그리고 나엘이는 외국어 선생님이 직업이니까 당연히 해야 되고, 그치? So we need foreign languages to achieve our dream in the future. And next, I think learning foreign languages is more important than studying other subjects. Okay? So I think that if I have to choose one, then I would rather study foreign languages than other subjects. That's the question, okay? 자, 다른 과목들보다는 영어나 외국어를 공부하는 게 더 도움이 될 것 같다, 더 중요하다고 생각하다. What is your opinion? 1, 2, 3. X. Wow! Wow! That's surprised! Can you tell me the reason? That I really want to hear the reasons why you think that other subjects are important. Okay, Niall.
Of course, like learning languages is important, but there is also lots of subjects like kind of Korean, Korean, or like math, science, like other subjects. So I think it's also more important.
Oh, so other subjects are also important. Sunny?
Because like in order to go to college, you can't just like see the test of foreign languages, and you should also see science, math, social studies, and a lot of more things. So yeah.
대학을 가기 위해서 아주 현실적이고 변했어요, 친구들이. 루시야?
Because my dream is novelist writer, so I should more study art and English or other languages. Yeah, so I think that learning.
자, 진짜로 친구들은 지금 that I kind of feel like you've already achieved the certain fluency in foreign languages. 지금 약간 뭐랄까 제가 느끼는 거는 친구들은 이미 어느 정도의 언어 유창성을 확보를 한 거야. 그러다 보니 이제 본인의 꿈을 위해서 필요한 다른 과목들에 지금 관심이 되게 많아진 상태인 거죠. 그러니까 되게 어렸을 때 외국어를 많이 해놓고 나중에 자기의 꿈에 맞춰서 다른 공부를 더 해나가는 게 되게 엄청 멋있는 것 같아요. 그쵸?
Yeah.
그럼 단지 영어만 외국어나 잘하는 사람이 아니고 그걸 통해서 자기 꿈을 이룰 수 있는 사람이 될 수 있으니까. And now the next one. This is an important question that I will tell the answers for this to your mom, okay? Then 11, the question is, I'm grateful to my mom who led me to study foreign languages. They all started foreign languages when they were very young. They didn't actually have a choice because when they were young, their mom just started playing the CDs of English and Chinese, and then they are just naturally exposed to foreign languages. 얘기 친구들은 본인이 선택을 해가지고 막 내가 영어 공부해야지 이렇게 해서 공부를 한 케이스는 아니고 다 그냥 어렸을 때 환경적으로 자연스럽게 노출이 되다 보니까 그냥 했거든요. 그리고 이제 커서는 자기 욕심이 생기니까 계속 유지를 하고 있는 거예요. 근데 I'm grateful to my mom who led me to study foreign languages. 자, 이 질문에는 친구들이 어떻게 생각을 할까요? 1, 2, 3. Oh! Thank you to all mommies who are trying their best to read their kids to learn foreign languages. Like when they grow up this much, then they are all very grateful, right? And the next one is, ta-da! That I will study foreign languages all my life even though nobody forces me to. 자, 나는 외국어 공부를 평생 할 것이다. 누가 강요하지 않아도 어떻게 생각하는지 한번 보도록 할게요. 1, 2, 3. Wow! All O? Really? I think the reason is because of the things that Chloe said. Once you reach the peak, then it's not that hard to learn foreign languages, right?
Yeah.
So there's no reason to stop because it's not that hard for you guys, right? 오, 멋져요. 계속 몇 년이 되더라도 외국어 공부를 평생 동안 해나가니까 앞으로는 계속 더 잘하게 되겠네요.
Yes.
And then I think other friends envy me because I'm good at foreign languages. 다른 밖에 친구들이 내가 외국어를 잘해서 막 이러면서 살짝 나를 부러워하는 것 같다. 이게 내가 좀 으쓱으쓱하게 하는 것 같다. 라는 거 한번 보도록 할게요. 1, 2, 3. Some are O and some are X. Ooh. Niall, why do you think that your friends don't envy you?
Because there's clothes.
But other school friends, not just the friends here.
When it's school friends, then yes.
Yeah. And Grace?
I changed to O.
Oh, that Dorothy, why?
Because they don't know I'm good at foreign languages.
Yeah, remember her face. She's good at foreign languages, okay? Please envy her. Please say that you envy her.
I envy you.
I envy you.
I envy you.
자, 친구들 외국어 잘한다는 자신감이 가지고 있는데 또 이제 좀 그러니까 적극적이지 않은 친구들은 다른 친구들은 모른다라고 얘기를 하네요. 자기가 외국어를 할 줄 아는지를. I think I can even speak 10 languages if I try. 10, okay?
If I try.
Yeah, if I try. Then if I want to, and then if I try, then I can even speak 10 languages, okay? 1, 2, 3. So what other languages beside the languages you speak now that you want to learn in the future? Please raise your hand and say. Niall, what language?
Wait.
Tell me any language that you want to learn. Okay, Lucia.
I want to learn Philippines because my online teacher lives in Philippines. I want to go there and talk with my teacher.
Oh, so she wants to learn Tagalog. That if your teacher lives in Cebu, then you need to learn Cebuano, and then if she lives in Manila or the main island of the Philippines, then you need to learn Tagalog. And then I think you can learn it really fast because that native Filipino language is so like combination of English and Spanish. So I think you can learn it really fast. 다른 언어 배우고 보고 싶은 사람. Sunny.
Italian and French.
Italian and French. Easy choice for you, right?
Yeah, I think I want to learn it because it looks really good if you just say merci or bonjour, then
Yeah. And then it will be easy for you because you already know how to speak Spanish, right? So any others? Okay, 나요?
Russian.
Russian. Яблоко. Matryoshka. Shuka. So Russia, I think if we know how to speak Russian, then we can go to Vladivostok and eat really big crab.
Crab.
Ooh, yummy things in Russia. And any other language, guys? Oh, Grace.
German.
German, of course, because you need to study quantum physics, right? And then the engineers need to study German. Good choice. Other language?
No language.
That personally, I want to study Italian because I really love to hear the opera, and then most of the operas are written in Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, some are written in German thanks to Mozart, the one that I like, but most of the opera that I like are written in Italian, so that's the reason that I also want to study Italian in the future, okay? That don't you imagine myself sitting under the parasol and drinking and sipping a sip of a cocktail and listening to the
yummy.
opera in Rome. That's what I want for my future.
Then don't you have to listen to opera in the beach?
No. That I will reserve a very expensive VIP room seat. Then you can have some finger food while watching the opera.
Wow.
So, now that here, 영어 배우는 외국어 외우는 습관이에요. I always look up a dictionary if there is a word that I don't know. 모르는 단어가 있으면 찾아본다. 1, 2, 3. 오! 야, 이렇게 습관이 좋으니까 외국어를 못할 리가 없겠죠, 그쵸? And now there's a final question. Okay? So, some people think that we don't need to learn foreign languages because in the future there will be an artificial intelligence, and then the artificial intelligence, the translator will be available online, and then if you just turn on the translator, then the language will be translated. So that's the reason there are some people who think that we don't need to learn foreign languages in the future, so learning language itself is just a waste of time. That I want to hear how you think on this matter, okay? Ready, set, go! Oh! Everyone says B. That can I hear why you think like that? Sunny?
I think still we should learn foreign languages in the future, because imagine yourself if just change it. Like there is a girl who really likes Korea and like really likes Korea, and in the future if the AI translator if it like everyone uses it, then maybe the girl will come and will write the things that she wants to talk to me, and if she just let me listen with the AI voice, then it will be different than like the feeling that she really talks to me, than like just listening and just showing me some AI thingies. So I think still we should learn foreign languages in the future.
Yeah. 자, 서연이가 얘기한 거는 의사소통은 될 수 있어도 AI로 그냥 뭐 읽는 거나 그냥 AI 목소리로 소리를 듣는 거랑 그 사람이랑 진짜 소통하는 거는 다르기 때문에 오히려 더 외국어를 하는 사람이랑 친구가 되기 편할 거다라고 얘기를 했어요. Any other opinion? Grace.
I think that if there will be more translators in the future, and if we trust more on translators, when you don't have translators, because you couldn't like bring translators all around, then you couldn't talk.
Yeah. So without the translator, then you will have a lot of trouble, right?
Yeah.
또? Any other opinion? That I read it online, that there it says that if you talk to somebody in the language that the person understands, then you're talking to his brain. But if you're talking,
Oh,
in
Nelson
his-
Mandela. That's
yeah,
what
Nelson
said.
Mandela said it, right? And then if you talk in his language,
Then it goes to
you're
mind.
yeah, it goes to that person's heart.
Yeah.
That I believe that language is not just for the communication or to understand each other, but it is to have a deep connection, right?
Yeah.
So in order to have a deeper connection, that I think learning languages still very, very important. What do you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
자, 친구들 여기까지 오늘 외국어를 어렸을 때부터 자, 한번 나이를 외쳐볼까? 시작한 나이를 외국어를 시작한 나이 한 명씩.
네. 3,
3,
6,
6,
4,
4,
3,
3,
3,
3,
4.
4. 자, 3살, 4살에 이제 6살에 시작한 친구도 있고 3살, 4살에 이제 영어를 시작했던 그 외국어를 시작했던 친구들이 가지고 있는 생각에 대해서 여러분들과 공유를 했던 시간이었고요. 네, 지금도 이제 친구들 뭐 중국어를 배우는 스터디 그리고 이제 스페인어를 배우는 스터디 이렇게 같이 하고 있는 스터디들도 있고 그 노래 부르는 거 좋아해서 팝스 잉글리시도 하고 있어요. Right? You can count on me 이러면서 2, 3, I'll be there. 그래서 저희 이제 같이 계속 이런 스터디 저런 스터디 하고 있고 앞으로 저희 카페에서 이제 해리포터 영화 스터디가 시작이 되면 같이 할 거예요.
Yes.
Yeah. Harry Potter, yeah, Harry Potter, the whole script that we can study the whole script of Harry Potter, and then we will enjoy it so much, right?
Yeah.
Now it's time to say goodbye. The time has flied so fast, and then now it's time for us to say goodbye, right?
Yeah.
얘들아 이제 우리 안녕히 계세요 인사를 할 때예요. When I say bye bye, then you guys also need to wave your hands and say bye 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 to everyone, okay?
Okay.
So any final things that you want to say to viewers who also want to speak foreign languages well like you guys?
Even though it's hard to learn other languages that's not your real language, still don't give up. And as what Chloe said, if you just go to the peak, then going down is easy. So just don't give up and try your best, okay?
Don't give up. The first tip is don't give up. Any other? Okay, Niall?
First, you need to concentrate a lot.
Yeah. So concentrate when you learn foreign language, okay? Any other advice that you want to give? Lucia?
As I said before, you should really make role models.
Role model. Pick your role model. You can find one from here. 여기서 찾아도 돼요. That you really need to have your role model, okay? Any others?
Pick Gina teacher.
Or other friends, okay? Then let's say that you love science, then pick Grace, okay? Okay, so I had so much fun with you guys, and then next time that if you want to meet us again, then I might prepare another special event for you guys, okay? So let's wrap up here, and congratulations guys! So bye bye, have a